Hey everybody, welcome to the Funhaus Podcast. I'm Armando Torres, and today I'm joined by three wonderful guests. We have Jacob Fullerton, Patrick Brown, and Charlotte McGrath.
Yeah, all the
Beautiful.
Very good, very nice. Nicki Minaj.
How are y'all doing?
Very good.
Thank you.
I'm sleepy. I've
Yeah?
played too many video games late into the night.
Yeah, how long did you stay up last night playing Minecraft, which is your new drug of choice?
I got off right
So
after you.
He has rotating drugs of choice.
Yeah.
Minecraft, yeah. It's
Minecraft.
an oldie, but
Halo.
Destiny, Halo, ketamine, Minecraft.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Every night I pick up a magic 8-ball.
Yeah, he's going down.
Sideways.
He's going
What
down
shall
through
I
an
play
M
this
hole.
night? And
You
how
guys-
late shall I stay up?
Have you guys tried any of that Black Tar Halo?
Yeah.
I can't get it over the border. My guys keep getting nipped.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So
Halo.
you played Minecraft until I got off at like what 12:30.
Yeah, so I'm probably like 12:45.
Jesus Christ.
That's not too bad.
I
That's been like
never-
every night though.
We did a podcast episode actually with you, Pat, a while back, where I asked you what your favorite game was, or if you ever played a game that actively ruined your life, and you told me that it was Minecraft, right?
I think I said that because
No.
I failed the semester of college almost.
And for me, it was Skyrim.
Skyrim.
Yeah.
For me,
Okay.
it was Halo.
Which same situation, I failed a class or something.
Well, for me,
I didn't fail a whole
the-
semester. That's
the,
insane.
The pickup game, going to Vegas.
oh,
and
putting your top hat and
yeah.
your Bam Margera clothes on and
Yeah.
going out looking for
Yeah, well,
Just,
honeys.
by the way, I had to explain who Bam Margera was to somebody, and I couldn't
I think-
figure out
Really?
how to do
I think
so.
maybe it's best that history kind of moves past
Forget
Bam,
Bam.
but
For his
remembers
own good as
remembers
well.
Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah, remembers Jackass and reveres it on high.
Yeah.
what about
but-
Don Vito?
No.
What about what's wrong with Don Vito and his skin tags and his many
A lot of
terrible
things.
opinions?
A lot of things.
Well, he
way
yeah.
more than just those.
Oh,
things.
yeah. And his awful actions.
It was so
Wait,
funny.
did it come out that he did some shitty things?
Oh yeah.
Like
That'll be-
10 years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Don Vito.
Yeah.
Inside of
that
it,
name.
for every
Yeah.
crime
When
he
it came out of my
commits,
mouth,
he gets
it
another
all came
skin
flooding
tag.
back. I was like, oh God, he's horrible.
There was something where he was recently tried to throw a party with a hot tub full of piss.
Is this Don
Ew.
Vito or Bam?
No, Don Vito's been dead for
That's
a long time.
Okay.
Bam Margera?
And then the city kept shutting it down, obviously.
That's
They're like, you
good.
can't just have these
I,
piss parties,
yeah.
these urine parties.
I love the mid-COVID party that Jake Paul threw, where they just had like assault rifles leaned up against the hot tub outside of the house, and like a helicopter just like not even a
Oh,
helicopter. I think
yeah,
someone
yeah,
just
yeah.
on the hills took a picture.
Damn.
And the FBI was like, "Huh, what's going on there?"
I
Yeah.
love when a very famous, I don't think this is what was happening, but I love when a really famous person gets into running guns. Like they have all the money
Oh my
they could
God,
ever
yeah.
want, but they think like I should get into illegal firearms.
There
sales.
was two. This was a while back where like Lil Wayne, they were like, Lil Wayne caught with gun, and you're like, well, of course he has a gun. Like people tried to shoot him, and then they released the full thing where it was like, Lil Wayne caught with 5 automatic weapons, AK-47s, grenades, and you're like, okay, well,
yeah.
Dude, you have your own skate park.
Yeah.
What are you doing? you are living the fucking dream
Now
right
you
now.
want to live on the edge a little bit. I
guess
you
Most
get bored.
recently, there was a rapper who I really liked. His name is Vic Mensa, and it came out.
Oh,
Vic
yeah.
Mensa got caught with shrooms at the border, and everyone was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And then the full thing came out where it was like 1 pound of shrooms, like liters of acid, so many.
Where are you going?
Why
You
are
don't
you
need
doing
all this.
On the trip of a lifetime.
I think like when you just have a bunch of money and you're bored,
Yeah.
it's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
Well, so I knew it, but here's the thing. I knew a guy who at his college, you know, they like colleges, they have musicians come through or whatever. And this dude at the college was kind of like the dude who if they wanted mushrooms or whatever, he'd get them mushrooms for
Yeah.
their show or something, whatever. So like that's a college. I'm pretty sure if you're that level of famous, you have someone you can call to be like, hey, I'm gonna be in
X town.
Yeah.
Ibiza, wherever, and they're like, yeah,
Say it correctly.
I'm
yeah.
Ibiza.
Ibiza.
Like, yeah, of course I have a person, but instead you're like, I'm gonna bring a gallon of acid just in case.
Well, didn't-
Personally.
Didn't
Yeah.
I think I think one of the guys from Stranger Things.
Gatton
Noah
Matarazzo.
Byers. What? No,
Gatton
not Gatton
Matarazzo.
Matarazzo.
Oh, 11.
No, not 11.
Wolfthorn.
Drake can get her
Wolfthorn.
stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Wolfhard.
No, the weird older brother photographer.
Oh,
Whatever. Yeah, the guy
yeah.
that's not
the goofy looking
Steve,
fella.
the goofy looking
Yeah.
fella.
Yeah.
I think he had like coke in his suitcase at the airport, like after the first season came
look.
out, and got busted like immediately.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you forget. Sometimes you have stuff in your suitcase and you forget it's there. But like, I don't know. That seems.
If I'm
well, I don't know how
remembering-
much it was. Maybe it was like just a
Yeah.
little bit.
Maybe
just
it
for
was like the
fun.
Bruno Mars amount where you just get a cool headshot out of it.
Ooh.
Stranger things have happened. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's very good. Yeah, I think if I'm remembering correctly, the Vic Mensa thing was like he just had it in his suitcase and went through customs. Like he didn't-
Carrying the suitcase through the X-ray machine.
He tries to toss it over the.
the top, yeah,
Yeah.
catch it on
Well,
the other
the
side.
craziest is the DMX one where he had the guns.
Oh my
So he
God.
just decided to impersonate an FBI officer. Like, oh, that's good. Yeah.
FBI,
And like he wasn't at the height of his fame, but it's still fucking DMX.
open
Like,
up.
I don't know. Maybe he was like as famous as you could get
Yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah.
I just want to see him pull out a badge and go, stop, drop,
Right.
open up.
Well,
shop.
that can't happen
No.
because he's dead.
Right.
Well,
he
yeah,
died
Yeah,
because
because he's dead.
of whatever
death.
killed him.
Yeah, whatever killed
Yeah.
him.
I think the FBI
Was-
the real ones.
yeah.
It was that bull that gored him. It's still hanging in his son's home.
In a
It's the
pizza.
Minotaur.
Is the Minotaur? Yeah, I like when some like former celebrity, like B-list, C-lister, gets involved in some really shady shit, and then the only touchstone is their best credit.
Mhm.
Like that woman that was involved in the human
Allison
trafficking.
Mack?
Yeah, from
Oh,
Smallville.
yeah.
And it
Smallville,
was
yeah.
like Smallville's Allison Mack sentenced to prison. It's
Yeah.
like, why are we talking about a
Nexium?
CW show? Yes.
Yeah. Next.
Nextel.
Mm.
Something to remind you of. Every time
Push
you go
to
for a
talk.
rewatwatch, you're like, oh, there's the
Which
one
I'm
that did
always. Yeah.
I'm always
which-
putting on
yeah.
Smallville.
First of all,
Yeah.
I've seen it, and secondly, I'm rewatching it all the time.
I've never seen it
Neither have I.
because of my morals.
Of course.
Because
You
I'm a
don't
good
support human
person.
trafficking.
Yeah.
I don't support human
Yeah.
trafficking.
But how many times are you going to watch the Halo show, Patrick?
We're getting into that already.
Nice
Yeah.
segue,
Oh,
Jacob.
Solid second.
Wow.
I don't know.
I'm just
I
brute
will
forcing
watch
my
it.
way to
I watch
Halo.
everything. Against
Yeah.
my, I don't like it. It
Yeah,
just,
you
it just makes me angry. But I guess that's what's good. That's what I like.
you sort of feed off of the hate. You let it flow through you freely.
Sort of, yeah. I
gotta
feel
say
like
it like
most of the
Palpatine.
time, though, I'm just left with kind of mediocrity, and it just is a waste of time.
I hate
Huh.
mediocrity.
Like I don't
the
get,
worst thing.
yeah, I don't get like the fun. Oh, this sucks, and it's fun. It's more just like, yeah, Hawkeye's shooting arrows.
You watched Hawkeye?
I did.
You watched Hawkeye. You watched Red Notice. You watched what was that other shitty thing that came out that you
You got a whole
did? You
list.
watch? You watched Escape Room 2: Tournament of Champions.
Well, I'll watch anything that involves a deadly
Yeah.
trap or man hunting man. Anything of that variety, I'm watching.
Yeah.
It. And I feel
Yeah.
no shame about
The
that.
best
but
thing
yeah.
about that trailer was when a character turned around and went, "What is this? Some kind of Tournament of Champions?"
We
And it was.
It should have cut
It was.
right then
Yeah.
to the
I don't
title
remember what we were
script.
doing. I think it was a video or something, but it was every time a movie came up, you're like, oh yeah, I just watched that last night. You would watch like 5 movies.
I watched 3 movies one night. And it was
5
like,
movies.
I can't watch one movie that I've been dying to see in a month.
Yeah, but you have mental.
I have bad time management. Last
Yeah.
night I was like, well, time to sit down and watch Darren Aronofsky's Noah, and it was like 10 p.m. and I was like, how did that happen?
Did you do it? Did you watch
no,
it?
No, I just watched
Ah.
Seinfeld and fell asleep on the couch.
I
was
want to talk
also
about
up late.
Noah. What were you doing?
I'll watch it. I'll watch it maybe
So
tonight.
we're trying to make these like hybrid muffin conchas that we saw on TV.
Cool.
Yeah, you got to remember he's technically a brown boy.
That sounds delicious.
yeah, by marriage. But the dough is all fucked up in the recipe.
Oh.
But you got to let it sit for like an hour or two.
Mm.
So we had to start from scratch. Then I was watching Righteous Gemstones.
Hell yeah.
Finish that, and then I go to bed and I like to read before bed. But then there was only a certain amount of time left in the book. I was almost done with it, and I was like, well, I got to power through.
No.
Yeah. So I went to bed at like 1:30 or something.
Your life is so strange because it's like equal parts punk rocker and equal parts like dad who doesn't
Domestic.
understand
Yeah.
punk rocker.
I'd say it's more dad.
yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
struggling
It's
to
leaning that way.
do
Yeah.
some late
I love
night
it.
reading.
I'm killing it in my
Yeah.
30s.
Yeah, you're
I
doing
like to
great.
stay at home. I like to watch Red Notice.
You like to watch
Ooh,
Patrick,
every week.
Patrick just loves to watch stuff. I was there one night and we got onto the subject of 300, the movie, the Gerard Butler movie. And then he just went, let me go get it. And he left
We
the
watched
living room.
it.
He went to his office and then he came back and he's like, all right, here we go. And then we watched most of 300. I had to leave because
I watched the whole thing. You left.
I had to dip.
And then I watched the next night 300 Rise of an Empire.
Oh my god!
Actually, I don't know if
you got the
Why'd you
bug.
do
I
that?
don't know if I was
Saved-
able to finish it.
That movie's
Because
not
there's
good.
all the like I have so much fucking time.
Yeah.
And it's like I watch plenty of good shit too.
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah, like Red Notice.
something like
Six Underground.
I actually haven't seen 600.
You haven't.
No, I haven't seen Secret Soldier of the Benghazi either. But maybe
yeah.
tonight. Maybe tonight.
Maybe tonight.
I've been struggling with some late night reading because no matter how late I end up in bed because of just like watching something or playing video games or whatever.
It's always playing video
I've got
games.
Silmarillion on my nightstand.
Ooh.
And I keep picking it up and immediately falling asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm reading a dense book about labor
I
and
just need to-
American work
Yeah.
ethic, and I get like a paragraph in it.
I need to read it during the day.
What is that book called again?
Work won't love you back.
No.
So the Silmarillion.
No, the one that you were showing me.
I went into a library app to look up like queer fiction, like LGBT like stories that appeal to me and speak to my lived experience.
And you found one?
The top result was a book called Temptation University. and standing in the foreground is this really cut like 20 something hairless young man standing on a football field in front of teachers, and it's a college font for Temptation University, which is funny because like I went to Temple University, and it's like
Which they
and
call
it's-
Temptation.
which they call Temptation
Oh my
University.
God.
Yeah. And it's like the Lotus Eaters, like the island. You know, we take people in, and it's a bacchanalia. But like, it's just so funny because I was like looking for like tender stories of love and grief and survival and just living your life, and it was like, come on down to Temptation University.
It's a tender story of fucking
I mean, I didn't even look up the fucking
description.
synopsis, but I can look for it.
Let's see if we can find
It's the cover
Find
that the
that
book
shit.
may be judged by.
Absolutely.
It's
Well,
a
what was the
solid
title of
cover.
the book you showed me yesterday? The romance novel.
The Millionaire's Inexperienced Love Slave.
What?
So I worked at a Barnes and Noble when I was like 17 or something like that.
Cool.
Yeah, and like all the women in the stock room would just like, because those Harlequin romance novels, like 30 of those come out a day, probably more. It's like a magazine. It's like they come out constantly.
Yeah.
So they would always just like have this ongoing competition for who could find like the funniest romance novel title, and that was one of them.
The
But then-
Millionaire's Inexperienced Love,
Love
Slave.
Slaves.
Yeah. What
Sounds
was
like a bad translation of 50 Shades of Grey.
So those books, they instead of selling them back to the publisher like you would do with normal books that don't sell, you like mail them back. It's cheaper for them to just throw them away than it is to return them. So they rip the cover off and just throw them in the dumpster, so they can't be like resold anywhere. But she gave me that one, so I have it at home. The Millionaire's Inexperienced.
I
Love
leaped
Slave.
through it. It's a heater.
What were the other titles? It was like The Sheik's
It was like
Temptress.
The
or-
Sheik's Temptress or Wish or something.
Yeah.
It
The
was
Sheik's
wild.
Temptress
Yeah.
University.
It's all
Awesome.
like a powerful title
Yes.
bestowed upon a man,
yeah.
followed by like a submissive like modifier.
The name too of the
Tale
mistress
oldest
was
time.
like
Yeah.
Sharni Adams or
That's
something.
yes,
like,
Sharni.
Sharni.
yeah.
Just that it's like she used every other name in the English language.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
just like I guess I guess I'll make it up.
If we were gonna make one for Funhaus, it would have to be like the Omar's slutty little podcast host.
I don't think you used the names.
Ooh, baby.
Yeah. You need
Omar,
like a
what's your
title for
title?
Omar, yeah.
The failing YouTube channels.
Fuckhouse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I guess that's.
I
What
mean,
it
yeah,
is.
that name is
Fuckhouse.
built into the thing right there,
Yeah,
Fuckhouse.
That's the easiest.
Yeah. Well, it would probably be like like the Funhaus of Lust or the Funhaus of Lustful Temptations. Also, I got the synopsis
Please
if you
hit
want to
me
hear
with
for
it. I need
Temptation
it.
University.
Dramatic reading.
This is Temptation University Gay Youth Chronicles Complete Chronology number 15.
This is number 15?
Yeah.
God.
This has another great fake name. But Brendan is beginning his college football career at Indiana University in Bloomington. But his relationship with his high school age boyfriend Casper is strained.
High school.
He's
High school
surrounded by hot
aged.
young men, and hottest of them all is his very own teammate and the quarterback of the football team, Gabriel Diadio.
Oh,
But Gabriel is spelled Gaybr.
Gabrial.
He is Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Diaddio. Diadio.
Diadio.
Gabriel
Diadio.
Diadio. Gabriel. I'm not gonna read the whole thing.
No,
It's
it's
just
fine.
like, I mean, like, there's this, those books are what they are. They're just pulpy, romance novels. But it's so funny when
fuck
that was
books.
not what I was looking for. It's
No.
just like,
I've been rereading fucking Cat's Cradle because I like it. Because you read one page and you go, wow, that's a chapter. Read 4 chapters last night. Woof.
Vonnegut loves his brevity.
Oh yeah, he
in the
does.
chapters. It's great.
Brevity
Progress.
is the soul of passing an AR test.
That's right.
So, you know me, I'm not for that personal pan pizza, baby.
It was like accelerated readers.
Yeah,
That's what it was
yeah.
called. Yeah.
Yeah,
I liked
why you read Aragon.
every year.
The horny sirens of Titan.
That was better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Slaughterhouse Cock.
But wait,
That
Slaughterhouse.
cannot be
Yeah.
the best romance novel version of that.
Slaughterhouse Cock.
Slaughterhouse Cock.
Yeah,
It's close though.
Still so bad.
We moved on from 2 different things that I wasn't
Halo.
done talking about. Yeah.
Halo.
The first being is when you told me the thing about Minecraft and like failing shit or any video game.
Yeah.
I never understood that because I've never done that until recently. When the other day I stayed up until 5:30 in the morning finishing up my
Really?
house.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Wow.
God.
And you missed class the next day.
I almost missed work.
Only all-nighter I ever pulled was Minecraft. I slept through a date.
Oh my
Only
God.
all-nighter you've
Nice.
ever done?
Yeah, I can't do them. I've maybe done a second
You've
once.
never done like a Lord of the Rings marathon?
Well, no, I've done overnight shoots, I guess. I've done like 3 or 4 of those, but like left to my own devices, I will fall asleep.
Like being awake
Oh,
for 24
sure.
hours.
Yeah, but it was me
Sometimes-
and my 2 friends in the dorm common area on our laptops playing Minecraft.
That sounds awesome.
Sometimes with stuff like psychedelics, they say like you only have a finite number of trips in you, and I feel like it's that for like staying up past 24 hours. Like you only
Well,
have
now, yeah, it
a
sucks.
finite number of those in
Yeah.
your life that
Yeah.
you're allowed.
I can't really do. I'm built different.
Yeah.
Well, you get to a point where like you get past where you're falling asleep, and then you get like the second wind.
Yeah.
But then like you get unstable after that, and you can just fall asleep at any moment.
It's like a
suddenly.
nuclear reactor.
Yeah. Just
Yeah, it sucks. It's not fun anymore to do that.
I feel like second wind doesn't exist once you cross 30. That doesn't exist anymore. It's just like you cross a point where now I will fall asleep in any instant possible.
I want to.
I'll put it to the test.
I just turned 26. Now I want to get one last one in. Like I want to get one.
You
last...
stayed up till 5 last week.
Yeah, that's kind of
No, I do
sounds like
that all
you
the
did.
time.
You got more
I've-
years
this-
left.
Okay, here's the thing: is I'm not saying like 24 hours. I've stayed up 24 hours before.
Oh, 48.
all the time. Yeah, I'm talking like 48. Or
Well, you stay up to 5. What time did you sleep until after that?
I had to be at work,
Oh,
so I stayed up until 5:30. I woke
is that
up
when
at
you
8.
barely made it to the Wednesday testing or something?
Yeah, exactly. Remember
does,
when I texted you and I was like, "Hey, man, I'm going to be a little late." I was sleeping.
I had to put the glass panes in my mountain home.
Yeah,
How does Bruce do it?
I don't know.
He's just built.
What does
He's
he
built
do?
it.
He is built
Yeah.
for the 24-hour streams.
Oh, well, that's not like, I don't know. I feel like when you're getting that much money thrown at you, it's a little easier to stay awake.
I've never.
Plus, I mean that like genuinely that those 24 hours, that's fine. I can do that. I'm talking about like multiple days of like staying
That's just,
up,
you
no
need like
sleep.
meth. Or
That's
Try,
like
try
a-
to fall asleep.
What's his name?
amphetamines.
Try to fall asleep.
Okay.
Wow. Bruce is built different.
That's like the My Pillow guy. He would just like do those like 72-hour live streams. And
He did
stuff.
7.
Really?
Mike Lindell
Well,
did
he's-
72
yeah,
hour
Mike
live
Lindell,
streams?
like,
Yeah,
he-
but he was playing Halo the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just like,
At what point do you
it's like, the stream's gonna be up for 48 hours, and like people are gonna tune in and get on my new social media site.
Oh my god.
And
At
it's
some
just,
point, you go insane.
yeah,
Like they do that to prisoners.
it might be
And-
drugs.
Yeah, they like will keep them up all fucking.
Yeah.
Like they won't let them go to sleep because it
yeah.
literally makes you insane, and eventually you'll just confess to anything.
Mhm.
Yeah. See, that's what I want. I want to go. I want to go.
You wanna go
insane on
confess to
camera.
something?
Yeah.
Minecraft.
I
is
already
the-
don't
is the
sleep
gateway.
like a normal amount.
Yeah.
And I feel like it takes. If I have a drop of caffeine, I'm up for like the whole night.
Apparently, Thomas Edison was. I heard this on a podcast yesterday called "Nice Try," but apparently he was like a devout advocate for not sleeping, and he was like one of the earlier rise and grind guys where he would even his employees. He's like, you don't need sleep, and he trained his family to not actually need, but to sleep less.
Who is this?
Yeah.
Thomas Edison.
Thomas Edison,
Yeah.
the famous dickhead.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Huge asshole. He
Yeah.
killed that beast.
I like what he did to that
killed
Bane
that
of
man,
elephants.
that guy.
Yeah.
Or just the elephant.
I mean, I like what he did to the elephant.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
you
know
like that he
You
tried
like-
to kill it with alternating current.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
I
sure
think
he's
that was
got
That's
other people
that's pretty
killed.
cool. Yeah, and it keeps
Yeah.
people awake.
Yeah.
But apparently he would just fall asleep anywhere in his factory. He would just like lay down and that would be where he slept. And his wife was worried that it would be embarrassing if he was photographed as such. So she made him put a cot in his office. But can you imagine what's that?
I was going to ask, have you gotten to that episode of Seinfeld where Kramer does the Da Vinci sleep method?
No, I haven't yet.
He sleeps for 5 or 10 minutes every other hour and a half or
Oh my
something.
God.
Oh my god.
Oh my God. I
sounds
just got to
great.
the parts where they're in LA and Kramer's a suspect for murder. I have had a weird journey. I started with season 5 and was watching through and then realized how much good stuff I was missing and then went back to start at 2.
I've only seen the later episodes where they go back to LA and Kramer goes to the Laugh Factory. I did not like that episode. It was upsetting.
It's not good. Not
He
good.
said some stuff.
It's a bad one.
It's a bad episode.
And I'm talking about the heckler.
I've never
Son of a
watched
bitch.
Seinfeld. So I have
It's
no
not
clue.
in
It's not in
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld.
Oh, it's a real thing.
It's a real
Oh, I know what you're
I'm
talking
amazed
about.
you got through to
You know.
broadcast.
Yeah,
Went through a lot of hands.
I know what you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about now.
Oh my
I
God.
remember this. But yeah, you've been playing.
Yeah, that was all I wanted to say. I didn't
Yeah.
mean for it to go
So
this
are you
far.
saying Minecraft is going to be the game that ruins you?
I don't think ruins me. I think there's plenty of other things that have ruined me. I stay up regularly until like 4 or 5, like editing or making music or doing all types
Dying
of
Light
random
2 is
shit.
coming out the day this releases.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, I crept up. I love Dying Light. It
But
came
I-
up so fast.
I feel like this is the first time I've ever had like a game where I've been like, I can't stop playing it.
Yeah.
There's no reason to play it either.
Well, I mean, for
Minecraft?
for
Yeah. It
context,
It gets its hooks in you.
Yeah,
It does.
and for
There's no
context,
reason.
This is like a server that we have where we
Yeah.
just kind of like shoot the shit for hours and just
Yeah.
kind of hang out and absent-mindedly build things. And it's
There-
great. It's just like little, a
or
little
accidentally loose a bunch of extremely valuable bees.
hangout. Oh my God, Lindsay's not here.
I loaded in and I walked up into this bee house encased in glass. And
Yeah.
I went, and they're all different colors. They look like jelly beans, different
Yeah.
spots and,
Uh-huh.
and
because
shades.
Lindsay
kinds of
believes in
bees.
bee segregation, of course.
Well,
You've
no,
had
no, no.
yourself.
It was integrated. It was many
Well, that's
bees.
the one where she
it-
forces them all to have sex. And
Exactly,
Make more
Yeah,
bees.
because
yeah.
she believes in bee eugenics.
Okay, yeah, so that's bad. But anyway, I'm looking at it, I'm like, what the hell is this? And before my thoughts can put anything together, I just hear, so no!
Oh no!
The creeper
Oh.
explodes, and then I'm like, Lindsay goes, what was that? And I was like, oh no. And then I'm still spawning in and I just hear, my bees! And you look, half the glass is gone and these bees are just flying out all over the server. It's just like, no. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. How do you catch them? And she said, a bee cage. And I said, I don't have a bee cage. And so like, she turned around, there was just a crater, my grave, and scores of bees just escaping out into the open air. It's so funny. It's so funny.
Like Lindsay is like all about the Minecraft mods and stuff.
Yeah.
And like we're playing on one that just I think it's straight up just called all the mods.
All the mods 7.
But it's got all these bees in it, and she is like gone mad with this like bee like craziness.
frenzy.
So you
bee
can-
frenzy.
you
Yeah,
can-
bee sickness.
You can take the bees and you can like mate them in this specific way where basically the honey they produce creates certain things. So you can have like
Yeah,
bees that create diamonds and stuff. So she's even automated. She showed me this yesterday. She automated the bees So they basically just make stuff, and then that goes through these pipes.
Pipes underground.
Yeah,
that
it's
sort
so
into
insane.
boxes and stuff.
I don't know how she gets so deep into this shit.
I
I
don't
put
either.
No, I mean you kind of hear the
It's
process.
crazy.
over
I put a
multiple
bench
nights.
outside our house.
I sat on
I
that
saw
bench.
it, yeah,
it was a
it's
good
very
bench.
The house looks really
I
nice.
do like playing games with Lindsay because she gets so into it and she's got a very she figures everything out.
Yeah.
And then one of us comes in and does one thing wrong and completely destroys her entire
Yeah.
system.
Yeah,
It's
Great.
really funny. It's like a great, what is it, like an example for like the differences of wealth in like America, where like she's operating on such a different level.
yeah.
Where she's like, I need 47 pieces of diamond to make this operation work, and I'm like, can I have a single piece of coal?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
I
it's
want a helmet.
it is
Please.
it is trickling down.
Yeah, it
Like I
does.
actually
Well,
have
that's- it
gotten
does,
and
Which
she
is
helped us build,
unlike
yeah,
wealthy
she helped us
America.
build the frame for our house. Like
And she
Mhm.
did the bee thing just so we could all have just endless riches.
so you could all
philanthropy
have 'em.
works.
Philanthropy.
The process though is like when this over multiple days, just like being on there and just talking and stuff, and you can hear Lindsay just like, God, I need some of my bees.
She's got her own struggles.
Yeah.
muttering to herself.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's the
I
most
need
frustrating thing
purple peas.
about playing with her, and sometimes you as well. Is I'll always want to sleep to pass the night,
Yeah.
and you're always 1,000 feet underground.
Omar does it too.
Omar does do it too.
Yeah, Lindsay's
Omar's a rise and grinder. Sigma
Lindsay's on
male
a
grind set.
fucking mission
Stay up and
somewhere.
grind.
Hell yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
let's just go to bed and we can still do all
I was
this the next
underground. I was
morning.
on an adventure.
Yeah.
Sorry that I have an adventurous spirit.
And I'm stuck in my home.
I don't know if this was part of the mod either. I've never really fucked with Minecraft before, so the whole thing is new to me. But apparently, if you go too long without sleeping,
The
Oh,
Phantoms?
demons come for
That's
you.
vanilla.
That's regular
Okay.
Minecraft.
Well, I just loaded into a game and was talking to Jacob and showing him my nice pumpkin head, and everything was nice. And then a demon came from nowhere. And just fucking-
Yeah, someone was like, Charlotte, you have to sleep. And I said, why? And they're like, because a phantom's going to get you. And I was like, what the heck? And then as it was coming, it was just like, swooped down and murdered me. There's also bat people where
There's
you'll
bat
be in a
people.
cave and you look up and there's just this figure and it's like, hi. And it goes, it spreads its wings and horizontal
bat?
flies towards you. It's like man bat, yeah.
And there's like regular bats too. Like Tara saw one of those and freaked out. She was like, "Oh, it's a bat!
Yeah.
oh, it's a bat!" I'm like,
There's also,
"What's bats are tiny
Can't do
and
anything.
fine. Why is she freaking out?" And I
Yep.
looked over and it was like this big beast just floating around. Yeah, remember we talked about Minecraft was like our fallback thing we were gonna talk about.
yeah. Well, see, that was the thing.
Oh, Halo.
Yeah, that's the other thing that I wanted to get back to.
Yeah.
Is that we all just watched the Halo trailer for the show that's coming out.
Watch it again.
Yeah.
On Paramount Plus,
I think it's
formerly
cool.
CBS All Access.
Do.
Halo.
I think it's really
Master
cool
Chief.
that they cast a Robert Zemeckis motion capture character as Cortana.
That's weird.
That I
That's
think is
fucking
cool.
weird.
That they're bringing that tech back.
I didn't realize what you guys were talking about until I got to that part in the trailer, and it is so clearly not a human being.
Yeah.
But you
not,
could have just
it's just uncanny valley.
yeah,
Like,
you
just make her
could have gotten
blue.
one. Yeah,
Make her fucking blue and
Yeah.
it looks fine.
It's like I get on paper why she looks like that. It's like, oh, it's just a CG version of Dr. Halsey, like the other
It's too
character in the
much,
show.
though, yeah.
It just looks like her, but she's CG. But it just looks odd. But it's also
make her
Jen Taylor's
blue.
voice, who's like Cortana in the games coming
Yeah.
out of her. So it's just like all these things that are just clashing
Man,
against
Is
each
the
other.
who's the Master Chief voice?
I don't
is it
know.
the same?
I looked at the cast. I didn't recognize.
They're
him.
just doing like
It's not Steve Downs.
Mandalorian.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
He's gonna
Yeah.
keep. They want to do a Mandalorian.
Yeah.
he's keeping his head on. The opening shots are fucking space Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
it's
mean-
just the Mandalorian.
I don't think it looks terrible.
Yeah, I don't
mean,
either.
like it looks just fine. It looks like it's got a pretty high
Looks
budget.
expensive, yeah.
Yeah.
It looks extremely expensive. I bet the story's gonna be like whatever.
Yeah.
The one thing about the trailer that maybe I was wrong about this, but it looks like it takes place in like one location. Like it did not look like there was a lot of variety as
I
to where
mean,
they go.
that's
Like different
Yeah.
planets.
So I'm down with that. I
It's
don't
like
know.
Boba Fett.
It's like Boba Fett. Yeah, it's
Just
like
one
it's all
one
it's all
single
on
location for the whole show.
I am Master Chief.
what? But where is it?
Tatooine.
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 I'm going out for Halloween.
I did a cursory amount of research into the show. I mean, I watched it maybe
Yeah.
like 10 minutes before we started recording.
Halo?
So the Halo show, yeah. It looks like, according to what I've read, it takes place in an alternate universe.
Yeah, it's not
Because-
like based on the story that's already. I mean, it is.
Okay.
It's like an adaptation of the stuff, but it's like its own story.
It's actually a Halo adaptation of Mice and Men.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
exciting.
the Arbiter is Lenny.
Oh, cool.
I just wanted to pet the Cortana.
You just wanted to pet the Halo.
Snap his
That's
neck.
not Keith David.
Is Keith David going to be in it, you think?
No,
He's available.
it's true.
I love Keith David.
He really
but
is.
He
he's
does everything. He
available.
works
He's in
all the
everything,
time.
Yeah,
He had
he's great in
actually had a
Halo.
lot of Arby's shoots coming up.
but not
Arby,
the
yeah.
not the right Arby.
The Arbiters.
Yeah.
I
They
bet
have the
you-
meat. Did you know that?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I bet you they're gonna have a fucking scene of this Halo show where Master Chief just fucking goes off on the track and another Spartan takes off his helmet and just goes kill-tacular.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
probably.
There's going to be
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Some dumb Easter egg.
I mean, like I'm looking forward to it. I mean,
yeah,
I'll watch it.
I'm getting Witcher vibes, which
Yeah.
I like. Well, season 2 was pretty dumb.
I
of The
saw-
Witcher, but I like the show.
Yeah, it's still enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in ways, even though I had no clue what the fuck was going on.
I
most of the
realized,
time.
yeah, watching season 2 of The Witcher, like it ended, and I was kind of just like, I don't have. A
What happened?
fucking
I don't
idea.
know.
I have no clue what
The
happened.
first season did all that stuff with the timelines, and it was like
Yeah.
actually like kind of engaging and interesting in a way I wasn't expecting. And then
Mhm.
the second season was extremely linear, and it felt like the only good storyline happened in the second to last episode.
Mhm. Great first episode.
I liked the
First
second,
episode rocked.
Yeah.
I liked the second season like well enough, but I just didn't. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention.
No,
really,
I
but,
don't
like,
know what was going on
I
either
had
in that
no
whole last
fucking
episode.
clue. What
It's
was
so weird
going on.
because same thing. I was generally clueless, but I liked it.
They referenced the anime movie that came out earlier or came out last year.
The one about Vesemir.
Yeah, Night of the Wolf or
I
something.
never watched that, but it looked cool.
It does look cool for parts of it, but I don't know. I think it wasn't very good.
This
Mm.
is The Witcher that referenced it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I haven't
it-
seen
No, I mean
seen
like
it.
there's a part in season 2 where Vesemir is like, "We were attacked long ago." The guy from Killing Eve, he's like, "We were attacked long ago."
Bro, come here.
Yeah.
Geralt, scratch my back.
Let me know what this Halo show looks like. It's going into the lore a little bit, but it seems like part of it involves like the human insurrection, which is something that I never really touched on in any games or anything. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's why
the
like
January
idea
6th
what-
shit,
because
right?
that's
no
why
idea
the
what he's
that's why
talking
the
about.
that's
Space
why
January.
that's why
Space
the Spartans exist was to fight human rebellion.
Oh,
And then
Yeah, the
then aliens
fascists.
showed up and they're like, "Oh, look, we could fight aliens too."
got it. So it's
Instead
like
of just-
Starship.
It'd be like if
Troopers.
Blackwater needed to fight an invasion.
Yeah.
Didn't they? So
Who's the lady at the end with the tentacles?
I don't know, she's like bad.
I missed
yeah.
Working
that.
with the
Did I not
prophets.
watch the whole trailer?
And by tentacles, you mean Golo worms.
I think as soon as you realize
They
what
make
the
up
song was,
they form the hunters.
Okay.
The big ones.
Oh.
Otherwise known as Megallic Golo.
the Magoos.
Magellan?
Yeah, the Magoos.
I watched a video on Halo lore before Infinite came out, and I, after watching it, knew less about Halo.
Yeah.
It was 45 minutes, and they were like, the Prometheus. And I was like, curious. Go on.
Yes. And how many Prometheans did you see in Halo Infinite?
None, or maybe
Zero.
one. Oh, okay.
Zero,
But there was
zero.
those like SD cards that could be like made into Prometheans. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
it.
It's okay. I asked Jacob like, how much of this lore do I have to know before I play Halo Infinite? And your answer was a big old goose egg. None.
None.
Yeah,
Yeah.
zero.
Well, that's because the
You
story in
don't know
Halo
anything.
Infinite is
Yeah.
basically non-existent.
Yeah.
Well, so
Yeah.
that was sort of my. Every time I've ever talked to somebody about Halo, they've told me that the story's not really that important. Each game, you can kind of treat it like its own singular thing because
Yeah.
it's
But-
I
secondary.
disagree.
It's so
I think like the
rich.
first.
the first
I
like,
think-
5 games have
Halo-
a great story.
ODST
Doesn't everyone
too.
hate the fifth one?
Oh, I
Yeah.
mean, it's Halo
Oh,
1,
'cause
2,
there's
3,
yeah.
ODST,
Yeah,
Reach.
Okay. Yeah.
And 4's got an okay story too.
Well, Halo Wars 2, very important to Infinite.
Wait, so with Halo
Good
Infinite,
cutscenes.
they just like, because I don't remember much of the story from any of them other
Mm-hmm.
than kind of 1 and 2. But Infinite is not really like, it's not like building off of anything from 5.
No, it
kind of, right?
spins
It's like a
off of
whole
Halo
other
Wars
thing.
2.
It has a
Yeah.
little bit off of Halo 5, but it's so distant from that.
But isn't like Cortana supposed to take over the world or some shit? And then like
That doesn't happen.
It just doesn't-
doesn't.
Okay.
There's that thread goes on and then phrase.
Okay, got
Yeah.
it. Got it.
Yeah, it literally like The Banished originated in an RTS sequel.
Yeah. And like the way the story plays out in Infinite is it's as simple as like we have to stop the bad guys from firing the ring. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I actually just realized I never beat it. Because I got I found it kind of incredibly annoying to play.
I didn't
Yeah.
care for it very much. It made me just want to play multiplayer.
Oh, God
I'll just
damn.
wait till the book
That
comes out.
multiplayer is such a fun
It'll be
time.
it'll be
The
outside on
multiplayer is
coffee
great.
table.
It's just like the open world thing was not even the open world, but it was such a frustrating game because you would just get all like on all sides.
Mhm.
Shit is just coming at you, and I ended up just having to do the same shit over and over again, and it's like the same environments every single time.
The environment
And
did
it
get a
just
little
wasn't
stale.
like I don't know.
But I did feel like you got so many options as you kept going and stuff. It's like
Yeah, kind of.
like eventually I was just driving up with I just fill a car
Yes.
with Marines
I did do
Oh,
that.
and
yeah,
give them
yeah.
all the same
Uh-huh.
overpowered weapon.
I did do a rocket launcher Razorback.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
was so funny tearing into an area.
I
and
gave
it-
them all that like the skewer that blows up when you fire it. So every time like a dropship would come, they would all just like boop, boop, and it would just explode instantly, and it was so broken.
That's great.
yeah.
Should have done that.
I don't think this is gonna be like a wholly unique thing, and I might also just be wrong, but I feel like most of the video games I've played in recent years have just been the same. Each game is basically the same 3 missions that just get reskinned and slightly changed.
That's
And
the
for the-
open world.
That's
formula a lot of the
Ubisoft
time.
and
Yeah.
open world in general.
For the most part, I'm able to forgive it with stuff like Deathloop, which Deathloop is pretty. It repeats a lot. It's the loop, but also I forgive stuff like that or Red Dead 2 because it's
I
like
don't
the
think
story.
either of those follow that model though either.
Yeah,
really.
I think they're different. And Red Dead 2 is weird because it's one of those games that while I was in it and playing it, I was maybe more annoyed than I'd ever been. And then
Mhm.
by the time I finished it and was looking back, I was like, that was one of the best games I've ever
Yeah.
played.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Those 2 games, when I was doing it, sometimes I can tell like, okay, I'm following a guy, and then at the end of this, there's going to be a shootout, and then it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
formulaic. But I was having such a blast doing those things in
Yeah.
those games because I was
Yeah.
so
I
invested.
mean,
in
that's
the story.
what offsets. Like, I mean, not maybe not won't be the story, but if it's something with repetitive scenarios,
Yeah.
like Halo, where it's like you're shooting a lot. You're either in the open world or you're going through like basically a long hallway,
Yeah.
a long hallway that has like an end to it and a big old cutscene or something.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like it can be repetitive, but if that's offset by compelling moment to moment gameplay, that
I
kind of
like
makes
about
you
Witcher
forget it.
3.
Witcher 3 is amazing because it does have like formulas, but like you can put a lot of trust in CD Projekt Red in that game because,
Yeah.
okay, a woman wants you to fetch a pot of hers to cook with.
I've done that.
I need my pan. What's that?
I've done that. I can get Vic Mentz on the phone right now. How much do you need?
Okay. No, a cast iron.
Oh,
Yeah, but like you're, in
Seasoned.
a lot of games, you'd be like, why the fuck would I do this? And then when you do it, it unravels into like a really interesting and an engaging and unique mission. And like a lot of games, I don't trust them to do that.
Yeah.
Like Breath of the Wild is another one where you can be like, okay, if I pull on this thread, there will probably be something unique at the other end.
Yeah.
Outer Worlds is like a Obsidian RPG, which something may seem innocuous, but you're like, okay, I'll pursue this, and then later it pays off in a really interesting way. I'm playing Far Cry 6 right now, which is not that game.
no.
I found
that is exactly.
I
what
found
we're
an
talking
underwater cave that I had to dive into and found a little dock with someone's living quarters. Nothing. Not a single interactive element. But also, I mean, like, those are the games where I like to make my own fun, which is cool.
about. It's a
Like,
sandbox.
well, so I did accidentally kill someone's golden retriever.
Accidentally.
That's not what you. That's not how you
that's
described
a
it.
loose interpretation of
So-
You said you
talking-
intentionally did it.
Yeah.
not
To
talking
see
about
what would
game
happen.
So you get an alligator very early on at your beck and call,
Sure.
named Guapo.
Named Guapo,
He has
of
a
course.
shirt, I gave him a cool skin and shirt. And
Was it
so,
crocodile skin?
Yeah.
What's that?
Shoot.
It's alligator skin.
skin
Yes,
jacket.
exactly. But like, I was like, had a mission with him, and then he was like, some guy was like, "Guapo's yours. You can use Guapo." I was like, "Oh, okay." And I see a button that was like direct Guapo, and I was like, "All right."
So
and
you
as
hone
I'm
in
walking
on the
by, and I
dog.
look, and I see a woman sitting under a tree with a dog, or a golden retriever, just sitting next to her, and I was like, "Guapo, dog." And then like 2 seconds go by, and then it crawls out and just and bites its neck and just like kills it. And I was
my
like,
God.
and you can see I recorded the clip. My camera moves back and forth, and I was like, oh. And then the other guy's like, "What are you doing? Let's go." And as I'm walking away, I hear the woman go, "Please, I need a doctor." And I was like, okay. It's like so funny. Like if your game's gonna be formulaic and
Yeah.
boring and unoriginal, at least throw some spice in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the horses in that game, whatever
that clip.
scale they're on is turned up to 100 because there were two in like a clearing, and I was like, I want to get on one, but they were ping ponging around like fucking Beyblades, just like I just spit everywhere.
What's up?
But like they're just like slamming their heads into rocks and each other and fucking and jumping, and like it is great. I hate that game. I love it.
Yeah.
There's
Any
a-
Ubisoft open world game.
Trash.
Yeah.
Watch Dogs 3, super fun.
Yeah.
Not
This
good.
is something I actually do want to continue talking about, but we do have to take just a quick little break to hear from our sponsors, the official Halo TV show.
I can feel it.
We'll be right back.
Guess what, sickos? We're doing a live Funhaus podcast on March 12th. So close to the eyes, so dangerous, but tempt danger we must. Because, you don't really get funny stuff unless you really get into the nitty gritty.
Absolutely.
Anyway, tickets to get in for first members are going on sale Thursday at 8 a.m. PST.
Thursday.
That's right.
That's today.
Oh my God.
Tickets went on sale at 8 a.m. today, Pacific time, for first members. And let me break it down for you just so you can get a little info, a little context, a little bit of juicy goodness. Because what do we love? We love data. We're like Mark Zuckerberg. We want data so we can sell it. Anyway, VIP tickets, 75 big ones. Silver tickets, 60 smackaroos. Bronze tickets, 45 clams. Okay? Clams, that's a weird dollar lingo. Anyway, VIPs get a private Q&A pre-show with the cast and a signed poster. So if you have burning questions for Jacob, like, where do you find the time to do those things? What's your hair routine?
Who are you? Who
have-
do you think you are?
Yeah, what's your deal, bucko?
Where do you get off?
All of my secrets shall be spilled.
Yeah, so he's the A part of the Q.
Yeah, he's a real A.
He's a real a-hole, answer hole. Yeah, we will be going down an answer hole, so bring your Q repelling ropes. Whatever, man. Shut up. Tickets for everyone else go on sale February 7th at 8 a.m. Pacific time. We hope to see you there. It's going to be a ton of fun. It's going to be really goofy. Yeah, stay tuned for more details as well.
RTX Austin is the world's greatest convention that brings together incredible entertainment and the best community. You! Yeah. You heard me. You and you and you and you in there, Patrick. I saw you. He's gone.
You weasel.
From July 1st through the 3rd.
Ah.
Come see the best of what podcasts, gaming, and animation has to offer, and your favorite Rooster Teeth personalities.
Me.
Including
Armando, yeah.
Charlotte.
I'm the face of Funhouse.
Oh, hold on there, Buster.
Okay.
I'm Armando Willems.
You're gonna have to bonk him with the staff a little bit. There you go. Early bird rates are happening now through February 14th at 10 a.m. Central Time.
No birds allowed.
Back, birds. Oh, you're down there.
He's down there.
Get your badges before regular rates begin. This year, we are taking extra precautions to make sure everyone has a safe and healthy experience. Be sure to check out rtxevent.com for more details. Get your tickets, folks. RTX is going to be a hoot. We're back, baby. Woo, 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 woo.
Welcome back, everybody. We're still here, still talking about games. You brought up something that I really like, is playing games where you make your own fun, which is stuff that I do in a lot of games like Far Cry. I played Far Cry 5, and I ignore the story in those games. Like,
well, it's because they're bad.
yeah.
You can just blast through.
I
it.
just
Oh, Ubisoft also ignores the story in those games.
yeah. Those are the games where yeah, I'm not playing because I want to have like a mind-blowing fucking story thrown at me, or even really any other narrative at all. I just kind of play to throw baseball bats at people because I think it's funny.
Yeah.
But then there's other games where I do make my own stories, like Minecraft
Storybook
sort of,
creator.
but
Boggle.
No Man's Sky is one game where I play a lot, where they give you the bare bones basics for being able to create your own narrative. And then it's just about whatever you fucking put into it. I play as a space pirate.
Yeah.
You're very violent in that game.
Very violent.
The
But
last
you
time
don't know
I-
my
much to
character's
the
backstory.
Much to the detriment of your squad.
I protected all of you,
Yeah, you also started it,
but I protected you.
but you started it.
But I also protected.
We should go back to that once the Minecraft bug fades.
Yeah.
No, because I don't like No Man's Sky.
Well, you
don't
weren't
have to
invited.
come.
Yeah, but I'm saying no
Yeah. Okay.
for everybody.
Do you even play the Minecraft server? Like,
Yeah, but I got other shit going on.
We do
alright?
on
I can't be
Mondays.
That's
in-
why we hop on
I
at
can't
midnight.
be in Minecraft until 4 a.m.
Yeah, he's trying to inject
Alright.
muffin DNA into a concha,
Yeah.
Omar.
And it worked.
You guys see Charlotte's beautiful townhouse.
I know.
It's got a
It's
bed
our
in it.
townhouse.
Got a
No,
bed
no, no,
for
no.
you.
It's our townhouse.
God, say it correctly. It's the Hype Townhouse.
Hype
the
townhouse.
hype-
Sorry,
yeah.
sorry.
It does look really nice, but like, I mean, well, I don't know. We've been streaming it on Mondays, so that's all
probably do it
Patrick gets
tonight.
in for.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll
it's
probably
Monday,
do it
right?
tonight. As of recording, it's
I gotta
Oh,
rush
yeah.
to finish building my Gundams on stream so I can play Minecraft because I was just so eager to play Minecraft.
I bought a Gundam.
You bought a
Yeah.
Gundam. I
bought a
watched.
Gundam.
I watched too.
Yeah,
That
the
makes it
three of
sound
us
really
went.
creepy.
No, it was actually cool. I
That's
felt
what
very
The day that you
supported.
watched, you could have
We
said
got
like
some,
I went with her. You didn't have to say I watched.
That wouldn't be accurate.
With a drone.
We got some tempura.
Some
Too much
udon.
tempura.
Too much tempura.
Yeah, we went to this place
good.
where like you get the soup base, and then
Yeah.
you basically have like a buffet of tempura, but you do have to pay for each thing you grab,
Individually.
which I did not think. I was like, ooh, shrimp, and fish cake. I did not. Like the fish
I got like a whole zucchini like a whole tempura zucchini
Ah,
because I got
pumpkin
multiple.
tempura.
Oh!
Damn, that's crazy.
I
I
got
wasn't
some squid.
invited.
I just got a
So
squid
good.
slice.
Well, it's because it was for the Gundams.
Yeah. Which that's cool.
Gundam hour.
Mhm.
And then I got some extremely expensive boba tea,
$8.50?
$8.61.
$8.60.
I know, and that's with tip, and I had to add the boba in. It was like strawberry blended with little floaters. I know you're sad. I'm sorry, but also
you
the
choked.
boba was so good. What?
You
But you
choked.
choked?
I didn't choke. I was just I had a little moment of shock where I took the first sip, not knowing that there was like strawberry pulp. And we were walking.
I thought it was gonna be one of the boba like.
No, she made like a dinosaur noise. It was like,
I kind of
you
just
were velociraptor.
that, like,
it's more like a.
Which
small
is a noise you
dinosaur.
make every time you choke.
Yeah, I make a lot of noises these days, getting out of chairs when I'm eating things, when I'm full.
You're
It's
back in
just
the
like-
noise game.
I'm
Yeah.
back in the noise game. I'm hard in the noise game, going
Yeah,
heavy
yeah.
with it. Yeah.
I'm trying to record each individual noise so I can make a Charlotte soundboard.
That'd be good.
Then it's not going to be a lot of variety.
The gremlin noise.
The gremlin noise.
Oh, the one that goes like that.
That one.
It's
Oh,
very
that. Oh, this hurts my throat.
I
I
can
mean-
hear it bubbling
Yeah,
and
that's
gurgling.
disgusting.
Yeah,
I made some bad
yeah.
noises in a video recorded recently.
Is it which one? It's
Is it the one where we
Like-
caught you and you farted?
yes. Okay. I
That's
remember.
different. No, this is
No,
one
but
where
I know what you're talking
Yeah, this is
about.
where I was choking.
Oh God,
Oh,
that was crazy.
yeah.
You know what the
What
best
was
part
that?
was? Well, we'll
Yeah,
talk
it's not
about
out
it.
yet,
Yeah.
yeah.
But the best part was I had a different handheld mic pressed against Jacob's throat during it.
That was part of the problem.
I cannot wait to see what that thing picks
It's gonna
up.
be bad.
That was the one that you guys did with
I think,
Justin, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I
okay.
pressed it against your throat and said, "I want to hear your throat drink it."
Yeah, and I started choking immediately.
It was so visceral. Everyone backed away, and Lindsay
Yeah.
came from her office and poked her head in and was like, "What's happening?"
Yeah.
It was
and
rough.
Jacob
I
was like,
couldn't.
Yeah, because Lindsay and I were in our office, and we could hear what sounded like this, like waterboarding, like Guantanamo Bay next door, and we needed to make sure you guys were okay.
That's basically what was happening.
"Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much."
Biological.
I did it
And
to
we-
myself.
Yeah.
We got our answer. We got our confession.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen that video of?
Torture?
Yes.
Well, yeah, it's oh man, I think it's Most Def, but it's his new. He's
Oh, where
by
he
his
just
new
tortures
name.
himself? Or
Yeah,
whatever?
where he goes, this is what people go through in Guantanamo Bay, and I'm going to go through the entire experience to show you how terrible it is. And then they put the feeding tube in his nose and feed him for half a second, and then he goes, no, and just fucking rips it out. Which is, the point is that it's so awful that even
horrible.
being willingly subjected to
Yeah.
it is like, you can't stand it.
Okay.
He just like
But,
allows himself to be tortured in the same way that people at Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah.
Most Def from Be Kind Rewind.
Yeah, the very
That's the
same.
one,
Yeah. He is.
His name is not Most Def anymore, isn't
No,
it?
it's not, and I can't remember what it's Bay something.
I didn't know Bay was an acronym. Before anyone else.
Oh, is
What?
that true?
I didn't know
I
that
heard it on a
either.
I don't know if
podcast.
that is true.
I think it's
Oh.
one of those things like
Okay,
you remember
never
when we
mind.
were would you remember when I was a kid and swag was popular, and then people who hated
Mm-hmm.
people who like swag went, it actually stands for secretly we are gay.
No!
Yeah.
That's clever. Though.
That's like the
my
evolution
God.
of dork is a whale's penis.
Mhm.
Is that not real?
I'll stand behind that one.
It
though.
may be real, but like, you're a dork.
Well, actually, dork is a whale's penis.
Yeah.
Actually,
That's
dork
worse.
Dork is a whale's
Worse
penis.
is better.
Yeah, if somebody called me a dork and I went, well, actually, you're calling me the genitalia of a whale.
That is
okay,
worse, yeah.
then you're
Blue
a fat fucking dick.
blue
you
whale
bitch.
No,
is the
biggest cock alive. That's what I'm
Well,
hearing.
that's a good point.
A
Yeah.
sperm penis.
sperm penis.
Sperm,
What do you-
yeah.
It's like a sperm whale.
Yasin Bey. That's it.
Yassine Bey. Yeah.
Yassine
Yassine
Bey.
Bey.
Ah.
He's an interesting guy. Did the whole like.
Be Kind
He's one of those
Rewind.
people who. He what?
Nothing.
He's one of those people who he
Hitchhiker's Guide.
He got.
That's right.
Huh?
He's a Ford Prefect in Hitchhiker's Guide
Yeah,
to
that
the
movie
Galaxy.
is
Yeah, yeah.
amazing because of him.
It's too good. It's way good.
He's a great actor and a great rapper. I
And
like him a
and
lot.
a great guy.
It's good at what he does.
Maybe.
Bad
Yeah,
at
we
being
don't know.
waterboarded.
He
Don't
he-
get a feeding tube.
He did the thing where he said he threw away his passport, renounced his citizenship, and then declared himself a
Yeah.
citizen of the world and used the world passport. And then he went to a different country, and they were like, "Passport, please." He basically handed them construction paper with his picture taped to it, and they went, "You're going to jail for this one.
Yeah.
You understand that,
Yeah.
right?" Borders are stupid, but anyway, yeah. I like
More about
this
Barnes
stuff.
and Noble for this guy.
What? Oh,
Huh?
Borders books.
Yeah, because Borders is fucking
Yes,
stupid.
Got it.
More business from my pal Patrick.
Don't work there anymore.
Borders-
I don't get any.
Borders guy through
I
and
get-
through.
No, I don't get any.
If
Barnes
they
and
didn't have
Noble.
anything in the sci-fi section of Borders, I'd be a Barnes.
Did you
and
work
Noble.
there? Or
Barnes
you
and
just
Noble? I just said that in the beginning of the,
Yeah,
this
that's fair to
episode.
say.
You did,
Yeah, I
yeah.
worked at Barnes.
You got
and Noble.
Minecraft.
No,
brain.
no. I fucked up. I knew you worked at Barnes and Noble. I thought for some reason the way the conversation was going, you were saying you used to work at Borders. And so in my brain,
No,
I
I
was
worked at
thinking
Barnes
like,
and
what a
Noble.
fucking did you get like headhunted?
There was a Borders across the street though.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it wasn't great.
A lot of times
It
there
wasn't as
is.
good.
They're very close to
Yeah.
each other.
It's like the chum bucket.
They also
Yeah.
had the Barnes and
Which one's which? That's the question.
Borders is
Krusty
the
Krab
chum
is
bucket.
obviously Barnes
Yeah.
and Noble.
Yeah.
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 Dumbass.
The Barnes and Noble prints,
Dork.
like they print their own, the classics. Those are those were a lot better than the Borders ones.
good
The
smell.
font was all fucked up in the Borders one. It was a weird font.
I remember
Won't do.
when Borders finally shut down and they,
Finally.
finally we closed
been
down those
begging 'em.
Borders. That's what Trump was talking about all those years. Anyway,
Borders books.
I'm looking for Peter Jackson.
Terrible store.
I remember when they
Which one of them has a Starbucks inside?
Barnes and Noble's fabulous coffee drinks. That's where I worked. I worked in the cafe
Oh hell yeah!
Ooh,
for a while. I
in the
also worked
Starbucks.
at Barnes and Noble. Yeah.
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 I've always wondered, when you get that, do you have to work at a Starbucks and you get deployed out, or do you apply straight through Barnes and Noble?
Let me tell you. So you apply through Barnes and Noble because they proudly serve Starbucks coffee. They're not a Starbucks. So we'd get people, probably 10 people in every single day with Starbucks gift cards who would then be irate that they couldn't use it.
I mean, there's a lot of
It's like-
Starbucks branding.
Yeah,
you know, for sure there is, but it's
looks
like,
like a
Easy mistake.
it's like you say, sorry, we're actually not a Starbucks. We just sell Starbucks coffee. A normal person says, okay, and goes next door to the Byerly's that has a Starbucks in it.
The fuck is a buyer?
Yeah, what the fuck are you
grocery
talking
store.
It's
Say
a
that like we
grocery
know
store.
what it is.
It's now it's Lund's and Byerly's are in the
Oh,
same family.
okay. Yeah, you should have started with that.
You go next door. There's a Starbucks there that is just a regular Starbucks. Actually, that might have been a Caribou. Now that I think about it,
Stop with the fucking Minnesota isms. Just tell the story.
just leave the fucking Barnes and Noble. Why are you mad at me? What the fuck do you want me to do? I make $7.25 an hour.
I'm not mad at you.
not
I'm mad
you.
at
I'm talking to the.
Mad
to
at
the
No, I know.
situation.
I'm mad
The
at
guest.
the situation because if that was me, if I walked in, because I've been to a Barnes and Noble. Look, I used to live in a car. I spent a lot of time in a Barnes and Noble.
Yeah, Wi-Fi.
Yeah, exactly.
Children's books.
You can read all the books
Baby
you want.
books,
Yeah.
Books for babies.
Yeah.
And what is this? A baby book
Kids,
for babies?
you would sit in the kids section for story time.
Yeah,
I would.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
You would wear
yeah.
like a propeller beanie.
I'd
and
be there
overalls.
with that copy of New Essential Guide to Vehicles and Vessels.
Yeah.
Star
Did it have
Wars.
cross sections?
That was incredible cross sections.
Did you ever go to the Caribou Coffee that was also a bookstore?
Me?
The
In
fuck
Wa-
are you
Caribou
talking
Yes.
about?
Caribou Coffee in Wayzata,
Yeah.
right? And there was
Yeah.
a bookstore next to it, and you'd go, and your mom would get you the apple cider drink,
Yes, she would.
and then sometimes you'd get to buy a book too.
Am I fucking
wow.
crazy? Does this
right
are
off
you
Lake
get this?
Minnetonka.
Okay.
Right off Lake Minnetonka.
Okay,
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah.
We've all been there.
Fuck you.
Do you remember
Our
when?
mom bought apple cider.
Do you remember when that LA coffee chain said they wouldn't serve Clippers fans after there was a big trade where the Lakers didn't get a player, and they were like, well, we're not serving people wearing that gear or something like that. And it's like, what are you doing?
Pretty
Why-
sure
why
you
you
get
like this?
sued
funny.
severely for
Discrimination.
doing that. I mean, it's stupid, but it probably is legally, right?
Yeah.
It probably does.
And there's
count
no
as
more
that somehow.
oppressed group than Clippers fans.
You
I agree.
You can refuse service for certain clothes, and I know this because
Like for
if
gang stuff.
If you go to
Yeah.
the IE enough, you can go to a bar and they have big signs where they're like, "We don't. Come on, man! Don't be a blood in here. Don't be a crip in here. Just get into this Fuddruckers and have a good time."
Hey, you
the
know what
worst
I like?
part is that it's like just plain clothes.
Yeah.
Like a black T-shirt or
Yeah.
a white T-shirt.
Or a
Yeah,
Raiders
I
jersey.
got
Unacceptable.
Or a Dodgers hat.
Yeah.
I
Or a
went to a-
Lakers jersey.
I went to a bar once that was just like a gastro pub or whatever, like slightly upscale bar, and they wouldn't let me come in with a baseball hat on. They were like, it's not part of our dress code. And this is a place that sells, it's called Local Peasant in Sherman Oaks, and they have an an appetizer called Peasant Balls, which are good as fuck. But I was
Yeah.
like, really? And then I went to a dueling piano bar wearing a Sixers jersey, and they were like, excuse me, you can't wear that inside. I was like, what? It was on Universal City Walk.
What
And,
the hell?
and you know what? And you know what?
It's all coming out on this one.
It's
the
not a
rules are so
dueling piano
specific.
bar. It's a cooperative piano bar.
Yeah.
Hell at the Moon. They're playing in with each other in the
Oh,
same song.
really?
I wanted to like Daffy Duck and Donald
Donald,
Duck
yeah.
from Who Framed Roger
Yeah.
Rabbit. Dun, 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 dun.
Actual violence.
The cannon coming out of the baby grand.
When for my birthday right before the pandemic, this was like January 2020 or something.
Mm-hmm.
My mom came down and to LA and wanted to take me out to like a fancy like 5-star restaurant,
Dave
real
Buster's.
nice. Yeah, exactly. A
We
Fuddruckers.
should go there for lunch today.
We should go to Dave and Buster's.
Dave
for
Buster's
lunch.
I'm
right
down.
up the
It's right
street.
there.
It's
I'm
right
down.
there.
I'm
It's
so
right there.
down.
Yeah.
But she brought me,
Skee-ball?
and I didn't realize that there was a dress code. And I guess my mom didn't either. But she dressed nice, because she's very professional. My girlfriend at the time also dressed nice because she had been begging me to take her to
professional.
Very
somewhere nice.
professional.
Yeah.
Professional.
I dressed basically like this. And when we got there, they almost didn't let us in. And then they did let us in. And I found out it was because they thought that I was a rapper. And I realized that if I can go somewhere and just dress unprofessionally, the nicer the place and the less professional I dress,
just
the more
assume.
they just go, well, he's got to have some kind of money.
He's got to have something going on.
Yeah.
Something's got to be going right for this guy.
Yeah.
And they were wrong. I was so broke. I
Yeah.
was so unbelievably
Yeah,
poor.
and you don't have bars.
No.
No.
Well, hold on. I've got bars.
All right, let's hear him
Spitfire.
right now.
Let me in this Borders. Please. What you mean you're not a Starbucks, bitch? You got the branding on the wall. Woo. Thank you. Can I get Gremlin producer tag?
Oh yeah, Charlotte on the beat.
Can you do one of these? Like here in the studio?
Yeah.
Careful.
Dude, watch out.
Oh.
Damn, they put Mondo on.
Enough. Enough.
Stop, Gremlin. I compel you.
Never.
What else?
What else?
What else?
Tell us of Pokemon.
I like your Pokemon.
You're playing Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Yeah. And it's a dumb game for babies. What was he doing?
What happened?
He was watching you.
Oh, okay. It's a dumb game for babies, but
You said you liked it.
I do like it a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It
'Cause
looks
you're a
like
dumb baby.
Let me start with the negatives so that I
Okay.
can
Of course.
Keep
know.
the brand up to date. Yeah.
The game looks like shit. It's like
I've seen pictures
it's
of
like
it.
15 frames. Everything is like very cubic
Yeah.
on the edges.
It's
and
not very colorful.
Yeah, it looks like somehow Breath of the Wild looked worse. I mean, and the art style is cool because the art style.
Oh,
of Breath of the
Genshin
Wild
Impact.
is cool. Genshin Impact style. But like it looks way worse than Breath of the Wild for some reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't played a Pokemon game since Ruby because they're for babies and they're boring, and I prefer to play like a game that's fun.
I was a Sapphire guy.
We did the same here,
I
Doug.
like that big whale.
Oh yeah, but it's
Kroger?
I don't know why
Kroger's?
I like it.
Kroger's,
I think because
yeah.
it's not quite as turn based. It's
Yeah,
still
different
turn
gameplay.
based.
I
But
don't-
they're like, what if instead of making another turn based game, which is boring and not fun to play,
And we've made
we make a
100.
hybrid one
Okay.
that's kind of both.
So how
sort of
is
the
it- how is it
Nissan
different?
Leaf of Pokemon games.
Huh? Well, you can.
Is that
You're
the new
just
Dark
running
Souls
around
of
the
video
world and you
games?
see Pokemon, so you can like choose whether or not to engage with them. So if you want, you can like hide and like throw a smoke bomb to hide yourself.
Really?
And then like throw a piece of candy to distract them, and then you just throw a Pokeball at them and catch them without
That's
fighting
cool.
at all.
Is this
Yeah.
$60?
Yeah.
What
like
about? I
seeing
thought
that.
you said that the battling.
The
is
combat is still turn based.
Oh, okay.
But it's like I don't know. It's not. There's like more to it than just like you're in the woods, something comes out of you. Yeah, you got to go through that. But I will say I've probably played for 3 hours. 2.5 hours of that is cutscenes.
Wow.
Really?
Which aren't even cutscenes. It's just like the dialogue ball comes out.
Oh, I
you hit
saw that,
X.
yeah.
The next thing comes up. You hit X.
My favorite thing coming out of this game is just like the clips of people just getting just blasted by giant Pokemon that see them.
That's cool too. So Pokemon are a threat to you.
yeah.
As
But that's
well.
a new thing.
No,
Yeah.
they're not. I'm not buying the game.
Yeah. You have to like dodge. It's got like it's Dark Souls.
Oh,
It's got a dodge.
I see.
Yeah, it's got a dodge mechanic.
This is gonna hold
Oh,
you
that's
over till
sick.
Elden Ring.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the
So you have
closest
to
thing.
like, and like once you throw a thing to like initiate a fight with another Pokemon, you're not in danger anymore or whatever. But like,
I heard nothing about this game at all. Like,
I think because we're not in weirdo nerd circles on Twitter,
Yeah.
which is where it probably
We're not in
is.
giant
we are.
whale dick culture.
We are, but we also are.
are not.
Yeah,
Actually, I might have muted the word
that's
Pokemon.
exactly.
we
yeah.
play cool games
I
like
have a lot of muted
Minecraft.
words
Yeah.
and stuff. That yeah, exactly. Big guys, big kids stuff.
I don't get shit about Pokemon, but anytime some random French director drops a new hot short film, I get all
You're on
the
it.
opinions about
There you
it.
go.
Pokemon.
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 We are going
I am
Legend.
Eevee.
Legends of
Webberhead.
Aqua.
I
Pikachu.
have not to play down
I don't know, it's fun.
I am
Since the
Jesse.
Sapphire.
This is James. James. We are Team Rocket.
Yeah.
With
Maybe
a
I'll play it when it's cheap.
Q-U-E-T-T-E.
Yeah,
And meow.
Ah,
He's just still an
he's an
American.
still
offensive
from New York.
stereotype, right?
yeah.
Toward two.
Isn't Meowth like a
Cats?
New Yorker?
No, look me in the eye. Toward two.
You know who?
Who?
You know who?
Who?
I didn't create the fucking cat. You're not putting this on me. All right.
Well, no. At this point, I am
What's wrong with
genuinely
the cat?
asking
What's
toward
wrong with
two.
Meowth?
I think it's
We'll
because
talk
he has,
later.
is a very exaggerated dialect. I don't know. I mean, I think it's back and forth. I'm not sure. I don't watch enough Pokemon to know.
I don't remember enough of it to remember all I remember him ever saying was, and meow, that's right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
I always there was a what Pokemon was it? Because a lot of them just say their name, just Geodude. Whatever.
Not in this game.
Yeah.
In this game, they say,
Oh, they make their
Well, that's
like,
in
their
every Pokemon
sounds.
game.
yeah, but
they
it's
don't
on the
say
Yeah,
that.
I'm
Switch.
talking
It's
about
a
the
full
show.
3D
Yeah.
kind of open world game now. You think they
Yeah,
could like
you're not playing on a
I
TI.
do kind of like that they've kept that through all the games. Is they make the video game sound that they've always made.
Yeah.
But in the show, like sometimes they say their names. But there was one I think it was like Victory Bell or something. It pops out and it's just like
It is crazy.
It's in
that-
pain.
it just
Constantly.
screams. It's just a human
cool.
scream and nothing else.
It is crazy that Pokemon in the show has solidified that canonically they all have the ability to speak English, and some of them
Yeah, they
have
could
learned.
learn.
Well, just a
learn
little. I
more
mean,
English.
parrots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Meowth is able to understand.
Oh yeah,
and
but
talk.
Meowth is one of the
himself.
few.
Pikachu it talked at the end of that movie.
Which one?
I don't
didn't watch
remember.
that
There's a
one.
movie where Pikachu's like dying and looks
Yes.
up at Ash and it's
Yeah.
like, Ash, delete my browser history
Yeah.
I
or
think
whatever
we
the
did
fuck.
that. We covered that on Inside Gaming.
Yeah, we
In some
did.
capacity. It's just
What's that?
I saw the first Pokemon movie in
It's
the
a great
theater
show that got
when it came
canceled.
out.
That one rocks.
we
What
all
do you say?
live
What are you
in
gonna
a
I-
Pokemon world.
As a child, saw it and was so excited, and I hated it, and I was
Really?
so mad.
You like
I
watching
was,
Mewtwo kill
that
all
when
those
it
people?
I
started?
was so disappointed.
Is that when the hate started?
He had those big fingers.
Maybe could have been. I don't even remember it now. I
He
don't.
blows up a whole science facility.
I don't know.
So
I don't
cool.
remember why I didn't like it.
I don't think I liked anything after that, but
I remember disliking that movie only because it was.
there it
You're
is.
not-
That's the
you're not showing
Pokemon.
it. You just played the
That's what
audio.
it sounds like. That's the Victory Bell. It's a plant.
It just
Holy shit! Why did? Who is that dude that's in every single anime who talks like this?
That's just like it's just an anime voice,
Some
I guess.
person, yeah.
It's the same guy, and it's a weird voice. I don't like it.
This is amazing.
More.
What the?
Oh,
hell?
who's this? Oh shit!
That one got very high up there.
Oh. Yes, you'll never defeat me.
Closeted icon.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Anyway, I just remember that was one of 5 movies that the daycare I went to had on VHS. So I
Pokemon
was-
movie.
It was that the Pokemon movie.
Pokemon,
it
the
was
first
Rugrats
movie.
Go to Paris. The
Classic.
Wild Thornberries movie.
That one has a mecha fight at the end. That's why it's awesome.
Master of Disguise.
Ah,
boy.
and
in disguise.
and toys. I think it's Toy Soldiers or Tiny Soldiers.
Small Soldiers.
Small Soldiers.
Small Soldiers.
Which they-
Really small
Awesome.
guys who are toys.
Yeah.
I
fight.
eventually when I was like, I think I was after a year or so. I was like in the middle of me going to daycare as a child. They realized that it was not appropriately rated.
Small
Small
soldiers.
Soldiers?
Yeah.
Doesn't it have a very strong anti-war message?
Yeah,
It might, but
Or
it's
is it
like
pro-war?
it's a PG-13 movie.
Yeah, because like the premise is that like they put military software
Yeah.
in toys and they become super violent.
So
I mean, it's like how
the-
NASA
isn't that what
stuff.
Toys is about too?
Yes.
Have you seen Toys with Robin?
You've been telling me to watch.
You
Toys
gotta
for
watch
years.
Toys. This is a to everyone out there. Watch Toys with Robin Williams and is it is it Powers Booth? Maybe I don't know.
Maybe.
Oh, I love
Toys
Powers
rock.
Booth.
It's the weirdest fucking movie. It's so strange.
You made a face that makes me
You
want to
gotta-
watch it.
You gotta watch Toys. It's too.
Oh,
It's
careful.
really. It's long. It is. It takes itself very seriously. at
All
times.
right.
Yeah.
Strange movie.
Sounds good. to
Very
me.
strange movie.
Small Soldiers is great, and I can tell you that it has a pretty anti-war message because at the beginning you think that the heroes are the military
Yeah, the
guys
soldiers.
and the monsters are the bad
Major
people.
Chip Hazard.
How do you remember the lore for
That
fucking
sounds
I've
like
seen
everything?
an
this movie so many
actual
times.
military
Yeah.
member
Yeah.
these
The
days.
David
Gorgonites.
Cross is in it, right?
Yeah, he's the one that likes the Gorgonites.
Yeah.
He's
What
the
was-
good
Yeah.
boy guy.
Chris Kyle.
Chris Kyle's.
Yeah, there's
Fuck, I love that movie.
I just remember there's a part where the soldiers just blast Spice Girls
yeah.
to like I
My
don't know, distract the humans or something.
my main cultural takeaway from that movie is Burger King had a tie-in
Yeah.
it was the rodeo cheeseburger,
Yeah.
and it was a Burger King burger. With,
It's actually the
with-
rodeo.
It was like fried onion ringlets and
No.
barbecue.
The rodeo
yeah,
cheeseburger.
It was onion
Just a
rings.
Western burger. yeah.
cheeseburger.
You can only get
A
it on
Western
Fairfax.
burger.
No, like you see it on menus. I'm not. Like,
Oh,
trying
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah, yeah.
razz you.
Like
I'm
a-
just
yeah, yeah,
saying
I got
it's
you.
like it's a standard burger fare.
But I loved it as a kid. I loved going to Burger King and getting the rodeo cheeseburger. And Burger King's disgusting.
You ever get
Burger
triple
King-
Whopper?
Burger King.
Have you had Burger King recently?
The last time I had Burger King was the last time my parents switched custody.
So no.
That's
Yeah.
when they would
I
drop
picked
me off.
that. We've talked about this. I
Burger
picked up my
King.
Switch in a Burger King parking lot.
Yeah.
Burger King fucking sucks.
I think it's been like
It's
a couple
so
years.
gross.
The
They
fries are
have-
good. They have
Fries are good. They do have
Fries
good
are
fries.
good.
No, their
Okay.
fries are
I go
ass.
to-
They're chicken fries.
I go to
though.
McDonald's
No,
for
their
a
fries are
Big
pretty
Mac.
good.
No.
Then I go to Burger
You
King
said
for
you haven't been there in
fries.
years.
Then I go to Wendy's for a Frosty.
Yeah.
And then I go to the club for a dance.
Hell yeah.
Throw up all over.
I'll go to McDonald's if I need to drive and eat.
I go to
I
Burger
don't like
King.
any.
if
I don't really like anything
I like
from
a-
McDonald's.
I like a
except
Big
the
Mac
fries.
because it's nostalgia. I never got nuggets as a kid, and I know a lot of people who did who still like a nugget every now and then. I can't do it. I think they're disgusting because
Yeah,
I
I'm
have
not big on
no
the nuggets
frame of
either.
reference.
Del
Big
Taco
Macs
was
are
my
also
childhood.
sickening though.
What?
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Del Taco is my childhood thing. Also, we got to wrap up pretty quickly.
Oh, okay. I was
I'm
just saying,
hungry.
Yeah, me too.
McDonald's cheeseburgers are sickening to me.
Yeah.
Yo,
It tastes unlike anything else in the world.
it's totally singular. It's like a
yeah.
fruit
It's
I don't-
so
from a
gross.
rare island.
I don't like a burger from any like national chain. I just can't.
I mean,
like in
it's-
California, there's just so many. But like smaller chains, like Fat Burger, their burgers are good.
Yeah.
I got it
In
the
and Out's
other
pretty
day.
fucking overrated.
Well,
I
I think In-N-Out's great
I love
do,
In-N-Out, but I
because
think-
they're Christians.
but people ruin it.
Thank you.
People,
Yes,
they
yes.
overhype it.
It's definitely
because
not worth waiting in line for 2 hours.
Yeah, I didn't say
Yeah.
it was
In the
bad. I
drive-thru.
said it was
If you can get
overrated.
it quick, it's In-N-Out is so it's like so cheap,
Yes.
When
and
I-
it's
That's what it
like
is.
it's nice and hot.
yeah,
and good.
it's,
Y'all ever been
it's
to
just
Dick's?
exactly what I want.
No.
Last
Dick's
resort.
No.
Insult you.
I have been there and it sucked. I went there with a bunch of actual roasting comedians
Yeah.
and they made the
Did you
waiter
roast- did
fucking
you roast
hate
the waiter?
himself.
Yeah.
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 It's just like because he's
Flip the
he's
script.
spitting lines out.
It's
He's got
corporate,
his shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they just made him feel bad about his real life. I just spit everywhere too. I'm
I
sorry.
got a piece so bad.
Yeah.
I
We'll wrap
also-
this
Can we
up.
end this?
Dick's in Seattle is a
Okay.
burger place, and it's like their fucking In and Out, and it's just like a place. You walk up to the wall, the window, you get it. You can get a burger for what is it? It's like 78 cents or something.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fucking
makes it worth it.
crazy.
That's right.
Hang on a sec. You ever go to Jim's Original in Chicago?
Why are you
Jim
moving that around?
Original Last Resort.
You can get a bone-in pork chop sandwich. It's like $2.50 with fries, or you can get the Polish sausage,
What are you doing?
onions, mustard.
I want
Stop
that
it.
pole
Delicious.
You want to talk about
Mwah.
regional fine? You know, you gotta
Yeah,
go to
Culver's.
Shanks.
You want to talk about Culver's? If you want to talk about regional, Culver's.
Cookout.
I still never had Whataburger.
You gotta
Whataburger fucking slaps.
Listen,
Whataburger sucks
This
shit.
is the
Fuck you.
official
Whataburger
opinion
sucks.
Fuck you.
of the
Yeah, we've already
Funhaus
established
Podcast.
this.
I went to Texas to shoot Camp Betrayal. They gave me a rented Mustang, and the first place I went was In-N-Out.
Very nice.
I went to
Tells you everything
we
you
went
need
to
to know.
Texas to film last Laugh season 2, and the day after we wrapped, I got shit faced drunk. And went back to the hotel. Doesn't matter. Got shit faced drunk. Went back to the hotel and then ordered Whataburger. Fell asleep before it could get there, and then ate it in the morning
Oh my
before we had
God.
to get on the
That's
plane.
gross.
No, that's just his MO.
Yeah.
that's how you do
Anyway,
it.
I want to go eat all of the regional shit, but we got to get out of here. Charlotte, favorite fast food place?
Oh man, that's
Holy
a lot
shit.
to ask.
Patrick, favorite
yeah,
fast food
you know
place?
what? No,
Culver's, baby.
Jacob,
In-N-Out.
Charlotte,
In-N-Out.
Whataburger. Omar,
So
You're
gross.
fucking psycho. It tastes
Yeah.
like dog shit.
Yeah.
Omar, what's
Oh.
yours? Favorite fast food? He doesn't want to answer.
Monty's.
Oh,
Monty.
good answer.
Actually,
What is that?
I do fuck with Taco Bell hard.
Del Taco.
I mean, yeah,
Actually,
Taco
I changed
Bell.
my mind. Del Taco. I like Del Taco. Best fast
Actually, the
food game.
Starbucks cake
All right,
pops.
fade to black.
We're done.
Sit up under lights.
It's over.